it, John. The start of the semifinals. A win in any of these matches will get you automatically into the Final Four, which will be a final match. Unlike other years, John.
That's right, a four-way elimination final round to declare this year's best of the best. And El Generico has his work cut out for him in this next round up against Super Dragon.
And John, what makes this unique as compared to other years, when you were in this position in past best of the best, second match of the night, you still had two other matches to go if you wanted to win best of the best. Tonight, you only have one more match to go.
That's right, Eric, but you got to go back to the first round when Super Dragon and Chris Bosch squared off. Super Dragon took a tremendous beating in that matchup.
Yeah.
Chris Bosch worked over that back with different kind of backbreakers on Super Dragon. How is that going to play into effect in this semifinal matchup with El Generico?
Absolutely. Not that El Generico had any kind of an easy time with Excalibur. It definitely was easier as compared to Super Dragon.
Well, there goes the bell. We officially kick off the semifinals.
And yet another mask versus mask matchup here. How about El Generico picking the short straw, getting the two West Coast guys in opening rounds?
Oh, he just mushed them. Where I come from, you fight after that, boy.
And John, it's always interesting to see how wrestlers react to a second round matchup. Some wrestlers, they react great to it, and some of them, they just fall apart. They have a great opening round, and
Dragon work him over in that quarter with them chops and those right hands. Shoots him in.
Let's go for that forearm smash. El Generico with a big Yakuza kick and a miss. Double A takedown.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he's going for the stomp early, John. He's going for this early.
Oh!
He didn't get the full impact, John.
Well, you know, Eric, he didn't soften Generico up before he went for that curb stomp.
Exactly.
But it will wear him down.
Well, he may not have got what he had intended, but he still caused damage. Hey, and thanks a lot leaving me with Eddie Kingston out here. He was threatening me.
Well, I had to have somebody up here watching you, Eric.
Thought I was getting thrown off
I had to go sign autographs.
Yeah.
Dragon now taking it to Generico on the outside, staying right on top of him. I mean, Dragon went for them curb stops early on in the match. We're not accustomed to seeing that.
Absolutely choking him out.
But he
right
must
now.
be in that mindset. Get this match over with. The sooner the better.
And that's what Eddie Kingston and I were talking about, and that really is the best kind of a mindset in these tournaments. You know, you can go out in the final round and have a 30 or 40 minute matchup, but it's nonsense to have a 30 or 40 minute matchup in the first or second round.
Dragon now chopping away. Generico's been on the receiving end of several chops early on in this matchup.
Super Dragon at 5'11", 195 pounds. Got his first singles win ever here in Combat Zone Wrestling earlier tonight over Chris Bosch. Into that guardrail.
Shot him right into that steel. And coming that steel chair.
Coming up next, John, what a battle of two guys who could have easily have been finalists, but only one of them will go to the finals. Chris Hero and Kevin Steen.
Oh, Dragon going to work on Generico. With those right hands, those forearms, those chops.
Generico, other receiving out of a chair shot. That's enough. Remsburg seen enough.
Generico's taking a beating. He's being brutalized out there.
He sure is. And remember, John, there is bad blood between these guys here. This isn't the first time these guys have wrestled before. Remember that tag match a few months ago with Kevin Steen and El Generico against Excalibur Super Dragon.
What a great tag team matchup that was. Now Dragon dumping Generico back in that ring. Looked like Dragon was going to go for some kind of springing off that top rope, but Generico caught him.
That Arabian moonsault to the floor. El Generico really needs to get his game in shape here, John. He's not looking too good right now.
Well, he has to capitalize on that high-risk move he just did off that top rope. Shoots Dragon in. Hits the steel.
Yakuza kick. Now he's got the chair. It's his turn. It's time for a receipt. Went to the square of the head. Softening up that cranium for that brainbuster.
Generico now dumping Dragon back in. Climbs up to that apron. Going to that top turnbuckle.
High cross body. Catches him with a forearm. Super Dragon shoots him in. Total World backbreaker.
Almost broke him in half. Goes for a cover. Picked up a 2 count.
What a kick out of Super Dragon. We got some real interesting matches in the second round. I mean, Mike Quackenbush and Claudio Constagnoli, B-Boy and Evison.
Got that leg scissor applied.
And both of our picks still alive. Hero for me, B-Boy for you.
Still alive now. Generico trying to hang on. Dragon still applying that pressure.
He sure is.
Don't forget, later on we got Eddie Kingston and Ruckus in a tag team match with Sexy Eddie. And who's going to be his partner?
I don't know.
I don't know anyone who want to be his partner.
Maybe Mrs. Zandig.
Well, my only advice to Ruckus and Kingston is to run and hide.
And Super Dragon loves to show up his opponents, which he's doing right now. Dragon now with a surfboard. I thought he was going to set him up into a stomp. Stretching out those ligaments.
Oh, and then dropped him right on the back of his neck.
And this is what happened the last time they wrestled. Super Dragon embarrassed him.
Dragon now stalking Generico. Rolling him around. Covers him. Hooks the leg. And then picked up a 2 count. That's it.
And the longer this match goes, John, the bigger the disadvantage is for whoever wins this matchup and goes into the final round not fully rested. But the advantage is, John, that whoever wins this match will have the longest rest period of anybody tonight going into the finals.
Point well taken there, Eric. I don't think Generico did his homework on Dragon and watched that first round match. If he did, he would have been started working on his back early.
Oh, absolutely, because everybody in the locker room, John, at intermission was talking about, did you see that first match? That was the talk of the night.
Generico fought back now, got out of that. Dragon's now picking him up.
Has a couple shots in the ribs. Baseball slide underneath.
Uh-oh.
El Generico's caught. Has a Japanese cradle. Oh, we've seen this before. We've seen this many times. Now bridging himself, extending his arms. And we've seen him do this many times, kicking his opponent's face. Super Dragon was a guy, John, after the second year, he said, when am I coming back to Combat Zone Wrestling? When Best of the Best, the year after, came about, he said to me, why am I not in Best of the Best? When the Best of the Best came the year after that, he said, why am I not in Best of the Best? And I said, you know what? I said, get your ass on a plane, come down to CZW, and start proving yourself, and you'll get back in Best of the Best.
Dragon just kicking him right in the face.
I've always been a big fan of his talents. The match he had at Best of the Best 2 in the quarterfinals with B-Boy Stove. One of my favorite matches all time that I've ever called here in Combat Zone Wrestling.
Oh, goes under.
Step up Enziguri. You better watch it. Kingston was calling 911 out here earlier. Tornado DDT. Generico looking to get to his feet first. Super Dragon. They have both absorbed the same amount of fatigue. Super Dragon taking less aerial risks in this match than he did in the opening round.
Look at Generico fighting back with those headbutts.
Super Dragon now caught in a tree of woe. Basement drop kick.
Baseball slide right into the face of Super Dragon. Oh no, I think Generico's bleeding out his nose, Eric.
What a basement drop kick there. Now it's El Generico showing up Super Dragon.
Generico picked up a 2 now. Yeah, he's bleeding from his nose.
Oh, he sent him up for the brainbuster.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he's going for a Psycho Driver. Psycho Driver. He blocks it. And he sits out with a Michinoku Driver. Kicks out.
So close.
And Super Dragon going for that Psycho Driver. And if he would have nailed it, John, it would have been over. Super Dragon up top. El Generico could be sending him up for that brainbuster off the top rope. Cannonball senton.
He put the knees up.
He did.
Generico put the knees up.
Yakuza kick.
Oh, this could be it.
Lariat!
Oh! Dragon just hammered Generico with that clothesline.
He sure did.
Nearly taking his head off.
And El Generico unable to follow through after that super kick, or that Yakuza kick, pardon me. Dragon now going up top, maybe for one of those double stomps. He's going up for the brainbuster. And John, to win a tournament like this, you're really going to have to pull some new tricks out of the bag. Some new moves.
Everyone's been well scouted by their opponents.
Oh, wait a minute. Not another. El Generico. Brainbuster! That's it! Cover that man! Cover that man! Hook the leg! He's got him! What? How is that humanly possible?
All right, Generico's he's got to stay on top of Dragon.
With everything he had. Generico is setting up. calling for the end. Maybe a cannonball senton, maybe a swanton, a 450, and a miss.
Oh, he missed. Oh, no.
Oh, wait a minute. Psycho driver number 2. Psycho driver number 2. What? What? How is that possible? Actually, it was hard to tell if it was number 2 or number 1. We don't have a monitor up here. Kind of hard to see if he pumped the handle.
But he kicked out, Eric. How many people have kicked out of the Psycho driver?
Not many that have lived to tell about it. Lariat took his head off. Now that's the Psycho driver number 2. My mistake. Psycho driver number 2. Who's gonna stop this guy?
Super Dragon advances on to the finals.
Well, John, we already know one finalist. You don't have to. All I gotta do is wave and shake my hand and